Hey everybody, welcome back. It is day 4 of before you launch your business. What are some things to consider to help you have a smart start? So I hope the past few days you've enjoyed the short episodes and tiny little mini trainings that I've been giving you to start getting you in the mindset of what it takes to grow and build a successful business on social media. And the advice that I've been giving you is things that are tried and tested and have worked for me and many of the top producers in my team and organization. So today we're going to talk a little bit about creating social media content, because it's not about just throwing something out there on your Facebook or your Instagram, just seeing what sticks. It's not about the number of posts you make a day. It is about the quality of what you're putting out there. So I'll give you just a little backstory. When I launched my business in 2011, nobody was really using Instagram or Facebook to sell products. But now we are competing in a space with lots of people that are selling their stuff. Everything from Etsy shops to real estate agents to health and beauty and fitness and nutrition. I mean, mindset, life coaching, anything you need, you can find it. I mean, heck, fashion bloggers, you can literally buy your entire wardrobe off of swipe ups on Instagram. It's great. Everything is right at your fingertips. But what it does create is this kind of the standout factor. You really have to, know who your audience is, but be able to connect with people in a real and authentic way. Because if people feel like they're being sold to, they're going to be in and out so fast, you're not even going to know that they were there. And if your page is very shallow and doesn't have any depth and people don't really feel like they know you, they're also not gonna stay. So today I just want to give you just a few quick tips for how to write good social media content. So there's kind of two parts to social. There's your front part of your visual part of social media. That's the picture that you take. And then there's the back end part of it, which is your content that you are writing. So of course, you're one of two people. You're either immediately drawn to a visual image and you're going to read the content because the visual stopped you. And usually that's the case on Instagram. Usually, depending on the account, it's definitely about, did the picture capture my attention? So when it comes to taking photos, that is a skill I had to learn. And I'll be honest with you, I take all of my photos right here on my iPhone. I upgraded. I have the newest iPhone and it has a great camera, and I invested in a ring light that I bought off of Amazon. It's called the Newer ring light, just sits on my desk and I can use that to create good lighting. And where my computer is placed right now, there's actually a window on the other side, so I get really good lighting and it makes my pictures bright and not dark and grainy. Now today there's not a lot of natural light outside, so it does look a little bit darker. But as somebody that never took a picture of myself before in my life, I had to learn this skill. And I will tell you, sure, it took a little practice, but you can manage it and you'll get there. The second piece of creating good social media content is really creating the words, and we call that an ad copy. It's creating an ad copy that really connects to your audience. So yesterday we talked about your ideal client, and today we're talking about content. So there's a few pieces, there's 4 pieces that I want you to consider when you're writing a piece of content. Before we dive into that, always ask yourself, why am I posting what I'm posting? Am I just throwing something up there because somebody told me I should post once a day, or do I have a purpose? So I always start with the end in mind. What do I want to get out of this piece of content I am publishing today? All right. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to have a good tagline. Sometimes I'll actually write the piece of content on the notes section of my phone or on a Word document in my computer, and then I'll pull out something that's going to be the tagline. So for example, one of the posts I recently did talked about how I would always had to shop at Hills, right? And how I always felt like I was judged, I was made fun of for the kinds of clothes that I was wearing. And I started with the tagline that was super bold and that made people want to come in and read more. And I'll go to that post now, actually read it to you so you know what it says, right? It says, I spent most of my childhood trying to fit in, but wearing jeans from Hills didn't qualify me as cool. All right. So that that tagline is going to draw people in. They're going to be like, oh, well, yeah, I tried to fit in. And oh, yes, I remember the department store hills. And yeah, I got made fun of for that too. What is she going to say about that? Because my picture, and I know you can't see that super clear, but my picture is me in a really cute jean jumper. So the outfit is cute. People are like, so what's her story? So now they're going to read on. So I've captivated my audience with a great tagline. All right. So you're always going to want to think of something that's going to captivate your people. One thing I did the other day was my heart legit shattered into a million pieces in that exact moment. What do you mean your heart shattered into a million pieces? People want to read on, especially on Instagram. That's all that they could see. You can't see. You have to click more to read more. Okay. So that's your first part. Your second part is your story. Once you start with that tagline, you know, one thing that I see people do is they go into talking at their audience, right? So Jeans from Hills, and they'll say, did you spend most of your life searching for your tribe? Did you feel the need to have to fit in, and it led to unhealthy obsessions? So do you see how I'm talking at you? Like I'm speaking at you. I want you to flip that when you're writing, and I want you to start saying, I spent most of my 20s searching for my tribe and spending a lot of time trying to win over the wrong people. This need to fit in became an unhealthy obsession, right? And when I talk about me. I talk about me. I am talking about how I struggled, because I want to break down the wall, and I want people to see that I'm human. I have challenges. I've had struggles. I've had to work through them. And then what I do is I guide them. So I say, look, this was my challenge, or is my current challenge. This is how I'm getting through it. So now I'm giving them some sort of advice or suggestions or motivation that I'm implementing myself. In this specific example, I talk about books that I read, podcasts that I listen to, people that have inspired me, and then I talk about who I am now. So now I'm saying I no longer apologize. I no longer, right, care about what other people say to me, right? And I really talk about being confident in my own life. And so at the end, I give a call to action where I say, you know, something like, comment below if you agree with this, or have you ever felt judged before, or you know what, tag a friend that lifts you up and makes you feel beautiful and confident no matter what you look like or where you came from. And so now it's a call to action. It's not a call to buy, it's just a call to think, do you relate with what I am saying? So there are 4 parts here. We've got our tagline, the story that is relatable, we give some advice or some suggestions and tips, and then we do a call to action. On my social media, right, I am not selling a product. You do not know that I'm a health and fitness coach by reading that post, but you do relate to me. So what do? You begin to click around. You begin to be curious about what it is that I do. You click the link in my bio. You end up on my website. You read some of my content, my blog posts, my recipes, and then all of a sudden you say, I really resonate with this girl, and I need help too in my life, and I think she's the perfect person to do it. So when I show up on social media, I'm not showing up with the sole intent to be like, buy my Shakeology, drink this shake, you know, do this workout. I am showing up as a brand. I am Melanie Mitro. I am a mom of 2 boys. I believe health and fitness is a part of my life because it helps me to have mental clarity. It makes me feel strong. I feel good in my clothes, and I want to empower women to know that they have the choice to change too. I also believe that building a home-based business has been what has set me free and has given me a platform to change the lives of others. So when you come to my page, I'm going to teach you that stuff. Now, you can join me if you want. You can follow me because you relate to me. And you guys all are doing that right now. And that my brand is coming across that way. And not every brand is the same. We don't want a cookie cutter business. I want each of you to say, man, this is what I'm passionate about. I am passionate about having cocktails every Friday night, but still crushing my workout. I am passionate about Jesus, but I cuss a little, right? I am passionate about my teaching job, but I'm building this side hustle because I love knowing that I'm making a difference in the lives of others in this way, right? I am passionate about fashion. So I talk about my discount, bargain fashions. Maybe you're passionate about home decorating, but hone in on that. What are your core values? What are the things you want to talk about? And your business becomes a part of those things. So understand that you are the brand, right? And the product you sell is the thing that you offer people if they want to work with you. Last but not least, I want to give a big piece of advice. Don't be surface level. When you're writing a heartfelt story about a time that you struggled, don't say in a post, man, I was really struggling, but I got through it. And now I feel so much better. And you should join my challenge group because I can help you get results too. That was nothing. There was nothing there that made me go, tell me more about your struggle. Nothing, not a thing. You were selling to me. That was felt like a sales post. If you want to connect with your audience, you're going to say, 6 months ago, I found myself laying on the black workout mat in my basement, sobbing uncontrollably to the point where I thought I was going to pass out. It was a downward spiral of emotions that I couldn't stop. And now you're like, why are you crying? Now I'm going to lean in, right? And then you begin to talk about the struggle that you're currently having. And then you talk about the solution. And then you say to people, anybody else feel like this? Here's how I can support you, right? So you gotta get granular where you're actually diving down and telling stories. If you look at any person that is building a brand, it's not just product pushing. It is really connecting with your audience on a real, authentic level. And then sprinkling in that business through your stories, through your email list, through your links that people can click on, and through your private conversations. All right? I want to leave one more piece of advice for you. This part potentially could make you go, I'm not a good writer. I don't know if I can do this. I will tell you that I was once a beginner as well. I learned this skill. I learned it through practice. I learned it through trial and error. And there is no sense in trying to be perfect. But I want you to get your message out there. I want you to share it. I want you to find out what your audience wants from you. And it's a process of self-discovery and exploration. And I believe that you can do it too. All right, friends, I hope this was helpful. Drop me a comment, send me a DM. Let me know if today's mini training helped you to get more clarity on how to create good social media content. And if you're not a coach and you're interested in building a business, you can hit me up at mjmitro@gmail.com, or you can visit melaniemitro.com to fill out the application to join my team, and I will chat you up about the potential. All right, have a great day. Bye, guys.